Welcome to Lingo Ladder. Today I want to share my story with you. My name is Alex, and I am from Montreal, a beautiful city in Canada. French is my mother tongue, but I have always been interested in practicing English. I moved to New York to study at a university, and today I will tell you about my daily life here. I will also explain what feels different compared to my life back home in Montreal. Before I start, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Lingo Ladder for more stories like this. Living in New York has been one of the biggest adventures of my life so far. Every morning I wake up in my small student apartment and hear the busy sounds of the city outside. The streets are already full of people, cars, and yellow taxis, and it feels so different from the quieter mornings in Montreal. After breakfast, I usually take the subway to go to my university, and that experience alone is already very new to me. The subway is crowded, noisy, and sometimes a little confusing, but it makes me feel like part of the city. In Montreal, I used to take buses or sometimes ride my bike, which felt much calmer. My university in New York is big and full of students from many different countries. Every day I attend classes in my field of study, which is business and economics. I enjoy listening to my professors and learning new ideas that I can use in the future. In class, we often work in groups, and I get the chance to practice my English with international students. Some of my classmates are from Asia, some are from Europe, and others are from different parts of America. We all share our experiences, and it feels exciting to learn from each other. After class, I sometimes go to the library to study or finish my assignments. The library in New York is huge, and I like the atmosphere because it motivates me to work hard. Outside of school, New York offers so many things to see and do. On weekends, I like to walk around the city and explore new places. Times Square is always full of lights, big screens, and tourists, which makes it feel alive day and night. Central Park is another favorite spot where I can relax and escape from the noise of the city. In Montreal, nature and parks are everywhere. But in New York, Central Park feels like a big green treasure. One thing that surprised me about New York is the diversity of people. I hear so many different languages on the streets, and it makes me realize how international the city is. Montreal is also multicultural, but here in New York, the scale is much bigger. I often see people from different backgrounds living, working, and eating together, and it feels inspiring. The city is always moving, and I sometimes feel like I have to run just to keep up with it. Another exciting part of living here is the food. New York has restaurants from almost every culture in the world. I have tried American burgers, Italian pizza, Chinese dumplings, and even Middle Eastern falafel. In Montreal, the food is also great, especially poutine, which is a famous Canadian dish with fries, cheese, and gravy. But in New York, every block offers something new, and it makes eating outside an adventure. Sometimes I cook at home, but with so many options around me, I often end up eating out. My daily routine also includes going to the gym, because student life in New York can be stressful. Exercise helps me relax and gives me more energy for my studies. In Montreal, I used to play ice hockey with my friends, but here I usually just work out indoors. Sports and physical activity are important to me, no matter where I live. Of course, living in New York is very different from living in Montreal. In Montreal, life feels slower and people are often more relaxed. Here in New York, everyone is in a hurry, and the pace of life is much faster. The weather is also a little different, even though both cities can be cold in winter. Montreal winters are very snowy and freezing, while New York winters are usually shorter and not as extreme. I sometimes miss walking through the snowy streets of Montreal and seeing the holiday decorations. Another difference is the language. In Montreal, many people speak both French and English, and sometimes even mix them in daily conversations. In New York, English is everywhere, so I have to use it all the time. This has helped me improve my English skills quickly, but it was a challenge at first. The people are also different in some ways. New Yorkers are direct and always busy, while Montrealers often take more time to talk and connect. At first, I thought New Yorkers were unfriendly, but later I realized they are just very focused. I learned that if you ask for help, most people are actually kind and willing to assist. In Montreal, it is common to greet people politely in French, even if you don't know them. In New York, greetings are shorter, like hey or what's up, which sounded strange to me at first. Still, I enjoy experiencing these cultural differences because they make me grow as a person. Every day feels like a lesson in life, not only in school. Living in New York as a student is not always easy. The city is expensive, and I have to manage my budget carefully. Rent, transportation, and food cost much more here than in Montreal. I also need to balance my studies with part-time work. I work a few hours a week at a small cafe near my university. It helps me pay my bills and also gives me more chances to practice English with local customers. Sometimes I feel tired, but I remind myself that this experience is valuable. Being independent in a big city teaches me responsibility and time management. Another challenge is being far from my family and friends. I sometimes feel homesick and miss speaking French with people around me. Luckily, I can call my parents often, and I stay connected with my friends online. I also made new friends in New York, which helps me feel less lonely. Some of them are American, and others are international students like me. We often meet for coffee, study together, or explore the city on weekends. Building friendships here has made my life much happier. I realize that no matter where you are from, students share similar dreams and challenges. Studying abroad has changed the way I see the world. I have become more open-minded and more confident in myself. I now understand how important it is to respect other cultures and ideas. Living in New York also made me appreciate Montreal more. I see the beauty of my hometown in a way I never noticed before. I miss the quiet streets, the French cafes, and the friendly feeling of my neighborhood. At the same time, I am grateful for the energy, excitement, and opportunities of New York. This mix of feelings makes me stronger and more motivated to succeed. Every day I try to learn something new, whether it is in class or outside on the streets. I believe that this journey will help me in my future career and in my personal growth. I encourage other students to study abroad if they have the chance, because it is truly life-changing. My daily routine here is not always perfect, but it is full of learning. I wake up, go to class, study, work, meet people, and explore the city. Each small experience builds my confidence and teaches me something valuable. I know that in the future, I will look back and see this time as one of the most important parts of my life. I am thankful for the chance to live in New York, even with its challenges. Thank you for listening to my story today. I hope you enjoyed it. I wanted to give you a real picture of what student life abroad can look like. If you found this video helpful or interesting, please give it a like. And don't forget to subscribe to Lingo Ladder for more conversations and stories like this. See you in the next video, and keep practicing your English every day.